Hello and welcome. I'm Ashmanix, and yes, I've decided to do something a little bit different today. And I'm just gonna realize that maybe I should change my scene background. Nah, doesn't matter. Anyway, I thought, yeah, I'd do something different. Um, I'd do a live stream where I attempt. This is a bad idea. I've not even planned this out properly. The idea is to attempt to try and make a game. So I've been looking at this. I've been looking at wanting to make a game in Godot and looking into it. And I don't know why I'm doing this. I should pre-record these. I should not be doing this live, but I don't expect much to get done. But if I didn't start this, I'd probably never start making the game. I was hoping to have. All right, crack dealer. This is a little bit different from the usual. I'm going to try and code live. This is a really and oddly enough, there we go. We can see stuff, right? Detective. It's gonna be right. Let's create this. Blah blah. Wait. I think. Should have prepared this beforehand. Uh, it's been a lot of pain. What even is the what is usual at this point? You have got a point, my friend. You have got a point. The usual is me planning about. You're about to blah blah blah. What? Whatever. Did Godot just crash? I see you playing a Sims Hospital version on stream. Yes. Yes, I was doing that as well. 1 second. Let's see if I can. Look at this. Look at this stuff. Right. Need to move some of these. I'm gonna try and not dox my goddamn self. This is the hardest part. I am totally not gonna do this live again, but I thought why not? I'm gonna try and make a game in Godot. I'm gonna do this in 2D, and I've not really thought this through. So the idea, what the fuck? Hmm. 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 I have maybe fucked this up a bit. Uh, doesn't matter. Right. Your shit you're drawing at Microsoft Paint and whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done a whole range of stuff. What's usually? Nothing is usually crack dealer. Nothing. Um but yeah, let's 3 concurrent viewers, what the hell? First of all, I need to create a 2D scene if I remember correctly, and I'm just gonna call this world. You know, I've just realized how bad an idea this is. I'm gonna end up just Googling a lot of stuff. So, idea. Going to make a point and click adventure style game because I want to make a visual novel basically. That's it. With some point and click style game mechanics. This is going to involve me trying to draw. All right, Cookso. Cookso, are you online? Or are you just wanting to lurk? I say online, obviously you're online. I'm just asking if you want to join in the chat because this is going to be terrible if you. I've just realized how bad of an idea this is. Fucking try to do this live. My head hurts and I'm tired. And lobby. Uh, well, I mean, if you're on Discord, you can pop on. I'm in the thing. Which I can come online. I'm just cooking dinner. Yeah, I mean, come online, man. I'll pipe you through, and then we can chat because this can be more of a chat stream where I half-arse the shit out of this. Um, and let's see. I'm not recording this. I should be, but I cannot record. Oh, for fuck's sake. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Um, Yes. Right. Detective game. One of the things, so one of the reasons why I'm using Godot, or the main reason Godot is because it's free. Free and open source, meaning I don't have to pay jack shit for this and I don't have to worry about royalties. Though to be honest, Unity and Unreal Engine are the same unless you make shit tons of money. Michelin star meal. Yeah, Quixel probably is making something impressive. I've tried to set my computer up fresh and a lot of stuff is not going to work on this. I can come online. Oh, I can't. Not tonight. Not tonight. I did order a new knife to cook with. It's bigger than I expected, though. What are you doing, mate? Right. What I'm going to do. So, free open source, meaning I don't have to pay anything. Also, I quite like how things are done here. So everything runs on nodes. And that is as much as I understand. What I'm going to try and do is not the Michelin star meal tonight. Oh, okay. Right, what I'm going to try and do is I should probably rearrange my windows a little bit. You're not going to see any of this, but right. Let's see. Someone has made so you can make plugins for this just like you can for Unity and stuff. And someone has made a plugin for OBS to do dialogue. OBS? Godot. Godot dialogue. And I can't remember what it was called. Dialogue. Dialogic. That's what it's called. Dialogic by a guy called Coppola Emilio. And if I remember correctly, there is a version of this for Godot Beta version 10. Yes. I will download the zip file for this. Which I am doing off screen. Dialogic version 5. Can't remember if you just copy the add-ons in, do I? Add-ons to add-ons. Why did that not work? Let me see if I can get project settings, plugins, create new plugin, general, those. All the settings on this are off. Why is this not adding? New script, open file manager. Why is oh shit. Okay, is that how this works? So in here is the add-ons, then add-ons. Oh, so it did get added. Right. And project settings. It's not reading the plugin. Yay, this is not working properly. Crackdeer saying you have a close combat weapon for sudden zombie apocalypse. Talking to Quixel saying, yeah, no joke. I suddenly see the appeal of knives and daggers as weapons over swords. This would be much quicker. May, what is this grim stuff here? I'm gonna copy this. Place. Just check something. Is this? Yes, it has. That and that. Place. Okay. Yep. Right, add-ons, Dialogic. Let's see if this works now. Next. Yes, enable. Close. Dialogic now appears here. That doesn't look right. Chapter 1. Oh no, this is not good. Give me a second. Let me see if I close SimQuit. Bra, 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 bra. Have you ever used a sword before? Question to Kuxel. I have an O-Katana. What the hell's an O-Katana? What's Dialogic? that's a good question. Right, if I can get this to freaking... Right, Dialogic is an add-on for, it's a plugin for Godot. And it allows you to do dialogue like a visual novel or a point-and-click adventure game. And this plugin is awesome. So let's see. Character timeline. Type it in. Ooh. Wait, create new timeline. Right, well, while I'm at it, I'll just go timelines. Put this test timeline here. Test timeline. Non-existent function, save timeline, load timeline. Right, so Dialogic is not working. Good stuff. That's what I want to see. Well, this is a total bust. Let's well, do you know, while we're here in the world, let's go to the 2D. That is the screen. If I run this, what will it do? Run current scene, yeah, go for it. So, a couple of things. I'm using a beta version of Godot. Godot 4.0 beta, so this is probably going to break. And also Dialogic's a beta version as well. So, I'm already losing the will to live. Let's see. Godot. Godot animation. Right. Let's get some. Where do we have HTML Open Game Art? Yeah, there's this website called the Open Game Art, which is like super awesome. Let me just double check something. Yeah. Okay. Like I think if I will this show up? Yes, it will. If I make that a bit smaller. It's actually kind of interesting how the capture works on and don't know if you can see that. Do you know, you guys? I think there's an update to OBS where it used to show everyone's usernames in the chat as just one color. Now everyone's like got their own color. Crack Dealer is red. Loopy is like a green, and Kuxel's like, well, Kuxel's a mod, so blue. Waiting for Godot. If you're losing the will, just remember I'm always laughing at your misery. Thank you, Loopy. At least someone's taking notice, even if it is just at my misery. Let's see if I can get a detective in this. Detective dude. Give me 3 assets, please. Right, so I've got this PNG. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder and call it sprites. Now I've downloaded this PNG. Actually, no, I might not call it sprites. I might create a new folder and just call it assets. Is there an assets folder already? Maybe not. Koikari sprite art. What? Do you not have to open this in a different one? Let's see. Ooh, visual novel sprites. Yeah, I could. I will. But for now, let me just see if I can get to downloads. Downloads. There you are. Right, you're going to go in here. And I'll put you in sprites. Well, let's try and make a sprite, shall we? Let's add a child node. Let's look for 2D sprite or something. 2D sprite. Sprite. There you go, sprite 2D. I feel like I should probably create a child node that's just node 2D. Put the chat. Yeah, this has a tree system thing. Rename. I did do a online video tutorial series on YouTube with this, and I've now forgotten everything, which is hilarious. I mean, the character portraits, I have all the ones from the game. Oh, yeah. So, if Dialogic was freaking working, which it isn't, but you actually have the option, so you can see the character editor screen here, right? So you can create characters, and you can add portraits, and you can have multiple different portraits, and so you can like the default is it will have like a portrait appear. So you have a full portrait. I think you can have the little face ones as well. You can add typing signs as well. But this is all broken. You can see all these lovely errors. Invalid call, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I shouldn't be using beta versions of stuff. What's the nodes? Yeah, so I believe that this is also the same on Unreal. Unreal? No, Unity, where you build up the worlds, you have scenes. So each level, or well, you can do it by level. Each area is a scene, and you can, which is a node 2D, a node, and then you can just add lots of other nodes underneath that. So let's see, what can we add? Right, well, first of all, I tried to add a sprite. So you can let's open this up a little bit. There's no texture for the sprite, so let's go into here and let's go and add. There you go. That looks terrible. Let's see, ordering, texture, transform, animation. Right, so this, I think this is the, here we go. This has offset as well. So I wish you could scroll with this, but there's a thing where you can edit these actually. Maybe it's on that animation. Animation player. Let's see. Let's see. Ah, yes, okay. Right, let's do this a different way. Let's add, so the first thing they've got is a kinematic, what the holy shit? Where's the kinematic 2D? Node. Let's kinematic collision. There should be a kinematic 2D node type and static. No, and where the fuck's rigid body 2D? This is hilarious. Where the fuck's the kinematic 2D? Kinematic body 2D. Unless they've changed the name. No, it's there. Kinematic body 2D. Can't seem to find this. That's what you're supposed to use. No result for kinematic body 2D. What is wrong? Why? Doesn't have kinematic body 2D. Has this changed? Good. Oh, someone's asked a question. What happened to kinematic body 2D in Godot 4? It's been called character body. Oh, fuck off. Right. Character. Oh. Why am I hearing you from one? Right, so I can hear you, and I believe people on stream will be able to hear you as well. But I can only hear you from
one side.
One side. Give me a sec. I'll jump out.
Hang on. Let me disconnect and reconnect. Hello.
No, it's still saying. Give me a sec.
Hello.
I'm still only hearing you from one side. What the fuck?
That's super weird.
I will close Discord and jump back in.
Oh boy.
Life, man. Fucking love. Don't you just love it when things do not work on stream? Ever. Properly.
Hello?
I'm still only hearing you from one side. What is this?
I don't know. Last time the problem was on your end. I'm hoping it's still on your end.
Oh, yeah, give me a sec. Right, first of all, yeah. Input device. Yeah. Try talking.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was my settings.
How did you manage to fuck that up?
No, remember I've created a new account on my laptop, and it is all it's
all fucked
everything's
up.
Cleared, right? There's nothing there, there's no settings, so I have to fucking set everything. Fucking hate it. Wait, let me get your avatar up as well.
My avatar up, but I also need to be able to see what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean that usually helps, doesn't it? Oh, this is going to be difficult. How do I show this? I know how. I'm going
desktop capture.
Yeah, I can. I can docs. Wait, here your screen. Screens. Which one is it?
Screens.
3. I think it is. Fuck knows. Can you see stuff?
You've got 3 screens.
I've got the. I'll use a laptop and I've got it docked. So yes.
When I use my laptop, it's just one screen.
No, man.
Pop out.
Pratt Dealer, do you hear Kixel in both ears now?
Right. Oh God.
What is it?
Right, so I'm watching your stream to me over Discord, and the issue is that I think it's in 720, so the text is blurry.
Angel Kixel's gone.
Devil Kixel is here.
Wait, when was there an Angel Kixel?
I don't know.
I hear him normally. Oh, okay. Um. Oh, I get it. He was hearing you through one ear, the angel side. Um. Right ear cooks so disgust from Loopy.
Yeah.
You love it, really, Loopy. I'm sure you do.
Hmm.
Let's see. So,
Better ASMR, surely.
oh, it's 720p to you, isn't it? Because I don't have
Nitro.
Nitro.
So explain to me, because my programming ability is virtually nil.
I feel like a complete and utter idiot today. I have literally. Do you know how it's like you go for an exam and you forget everything?
Oh, absolutely.
This is that. Like, I did a course and I had an idea, and to be honest, I'd set this up on a different account on my computer or on a different computer. I can't remember where. And I'd like made a start to it. So I'm going to do stuff, and then I came onto this like, what the hell am I doing?
Like a lifetime ago, I have a story from when I studied object-oriented programming at university, which was like a lifetime ago. It went exceptionally bad for me. Mainly because object-oriented programming. They had us studying Java and a whole bunch of stuff like that.
God help you, man. No,
I
mean,
trust me. You do know the problem. The biggest problem was because I was working on a Unix system at uni, and then at home I was working on Windows.
oh,
So if stuff worked at a uni, it would not work at home, and vice versa, and it fucked me over madly like
did
that.
they have Linux PCs or something?
They had Linux terminals or something.
Oh, what?
So they weren't like, they were all virtual machines running. It wasn't like a PC each. It was all running off like one server or something.
So what were you using to access it?
It was just there. Like, we went into the uni library and there was a whole bunch of like monitors with keyboards that you could plug in, but there wasn't a computer there.
Are you sure it wasn't a mini computer? That just seems like, I don't know how you'd have to have
Maybe it was a little mini computer.
the one built in the back of the screen.
Like I said, this was a lifetime ago, and I was so bad at that course that when it came to the exam, and I imagine people who are here would know more about this, or are at least involved in the world of coding, like yourself.
Hmm.
The exam was a fucking paper exam, and we were supposed to just write on a sheet of paper like pseudocode and code.
Yes.
God, that fucking sucked.
Yes.
So I don't normally tell this story, but this story is quite hilarious. I walked into the exam and I thought, fuck this. I hate this. So on the paper, I just turned the sheet over. I wrote, I don't know how to program, and I walked out.
Did you really?
I did, really. And that was so bad that the teacher used it as an example for the next year's class. He said to him, there's one guy who wrote this. Don't be that guy. So basically, don't be me, guys.
That's baller, though. That's a fucking mic drop moment, man.
That was the moment where I'm like, fuck this. This is not working out for me.
So
Since then, things worked out for me, so it's all right. But man, I did not enjoy that class at all.
Yeah, the thing, object-oriented programming is, it's like the main type of programming for things, right? But it is it's a bit of a ball ache. Once you get your head around it, it's all right. But yeah, what I've found, so there's a thing called functional programming, where you don't have objects that hold state and stuff like that, and it's a bit more I don't know how to describe it. It's a different way of thinking, and I think JavaScript, which is the main language I use, which is like a originally a web language, but now you can use it for like all sorts of stuff. That kind of allows you to do functional programming, and it has a really weird way of doing things like function. It's very different from the kind of standard object-oriented programming like Java languages and C++ and the likes. But it is oh man, programming can absolutely suck ass. Like, being taught programming can suck ass very easily, depending on who's teaching you and how they teach you. And I remember,
I'm fairly certain that the teachers I had were just not helpful to me at all.
No, man.
Ever
No.
since then, I've studied law, and more importantly, when I was in law, I learned how to teach myself things. So I don't bother with other people's tuition nowadays. I normally just teach myself things.
What I've found is looking at, I mean, with the YouTube and all and the likes, right? Video content, and then you can read stuff, and you can even get courses. There's a bunch for coding. There's a bunch of free stuff from like Free Code Academy, I think it's called, or Free Code Camp. There's loads of stuff on YouTube for every sort of language. So I just use a bunch. I'll look at a bunch of different videos talking about the same thing. Because like each person kind of explains it in a slightly different way, and I just like
Just as research for work.
when I'm just well, I mean, it's not necessarily specific to what I'm doing that at that moment at work, but it just in general when it comes to coding stuff. Like for it's mostly for personal use. I end up doing like watching videos and stuff like that to learn new things. But I have found that because there's like so much information out there and it's free, it's like so. I like to look at a bunch of different people talking about the same topic, and I'll find that maybe one person's better at explaining one specific thing about it, and another person's maybe better at explaining another thing. And being able to see 2 points of views on the same subject makes it a bit easier to understand, especially when they're showing you by example. And that's what I do. Whereas at uni or in school or structured education, you have one lecturer teaching you one way, and you don't think about. I mean, nowadays it's maybe different, but like I remember when I was back at uni, you wouldn't think about, oh, I'm gonna try and look this up. I didn't give a shit, man. I was just like, I just need to pass. So I didn't think about, I'm gonna research this when I'm at home and learn other shit. So yeah, like, and yeah, I've enjoyed this like most of the. I did a course, but most of the learning I've done for coding outside of that structured course, that course was actually quite good, but that was like in person with group activities and stuff like that. But I do find that learning on your own and just trying to do a project is how you learn fast.
Well, you made that countdown timer.
Yeah, I made the
The one
countdown
which you
timer,
use.
which is a bit buggy on this account on my computer for some reason. The save, it didn't save properly. It's not saving the state, but that's a minor issue. But yeah, I made that. That was in C++, which I've never used in Anger. So that was.
Was that because OBS required it to be in that?
It's because I required it to be in that. So OBS.
Okay.
OBS gives you a hard way. So there's a hard way of doing things for OBS for plugins, and there's an easy way. The easier way is to write scripts in Lua, which you can then run on OBS, or you can write a JavaScript app, which is basically a website, but then you run it locally on your computer, and you use you can use the browser window.
So that's what it does for the heart rate monitor.
Yeah, so basically the heart rate monitor, that's actually just a website showing that heart rate, and then you add a browser window, you chroma key out the background color, and that Bob's your uncle. It's a bit, I mean, and you kind of have to do that for the heart rate monitor because it's a server that's showing it and all that stuff. But like a lot of plugins are like that. Like even I've seen countdown plugins that do that as well, where it's like the person will write it in JavaScript because I think a large chunk of developers are very comfortable with programming in JavaScript. So they'll effectively write a mini website. They'll write code for a mini website that will run. You just point to it in your browser window on OBS and show what's shown on that website. And I'm like, yeah, when I first saw these plugins and I saw the steps you had to do it, I was like, why the fuck do you have to do all this? I thought with a plugin, you download files, put it in a folder, and it works.
Yeah, run it locally.
Yeah, but to do stuff like that, you have to write the code in the language that OBS runs, which is C and C++, and then you have to use that API that they have, which is it's Holy shit, man! It's like you know how it's like playing. It's like living life in European extreme mode. Holy fuck! I did that, but my aim for that plugin wasn't just to learn a bit of C and C++. It was to make a plugin that was download the files, put it in the OBS folder, and it will appear in OBS and it will be native. Unlike having a weird browser window and all that jazz. So, one of the comments I've seen, one of out of the reviews, that people, out of the 2 reviews, there's only 2 reviews on it. They said it's like easy to use, and I think it's because they say once it's I think it's because once you install it, you choose the thing from a drop-down menu, and then Bob's your uncle. You've got the window, and then you can just dock it because it's part of the native OBS thing, and you can just set it and all that. Plus, I wrote like pretty extensive instructions for it, just because I've got a fetish for writing instructions for these things.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now on the obsproject.com website. And I see, first of all, I really like that widget as well. And then, I can see these instructions, and these are pretty well done.
Yeah, like it was what pissed. So this is all driven because I was pissed off with how OBS plugins work. I'm like, all right, I'll download a plugin for something, and I looked and I was like, what the fuck is all this? So these images we have, reacting to our voices, that was the first plugin I installed, and I remember it was not compiled. So that this is a plugin that's been written in C, in C++ or something, not in C. So the guy edited what is usually just an image source. When you add an image source, he's basically edited that code to make it react to voice, which is actually really impressive. But the instructions were fucking non-existent, man. I don't think there's any instructions on these. It's like install it and there you go. And I remember thinking, I don't even know where is this supposed to appear? Does it appear on the top menu? Do I add it in as a source? What's it called? I didn't know any of that, and I remember it took me a while actually to figure out how the fuck this to even add it to a scene, because I didn't know how it was supposed to appear. That pissed me off. So that annoyed me. So when I was doing Minds, even though it's a relatively simple plugin, I was like, I'm going to have properly detailed instructions, because that's half the battle. I feel that when you're writing software, you're doing anything in code, the tendency for a programmer or software developer is to like make an amazing app, but then not bother as much when it comes to like explaining how the fuck it works. And the problem then is most people don't use it properly because they don't know how it works. And it's so like I've seen good when you get like JavaScript frameworks with like websites with really good instructions and documentation. It just makes life 100 times easier, and people I think end up using them more, partly because the documentation is so good. And credit to OBS, Godot. Godot has really good documentation, like really detailed as well. So, but yeah, but here I am. I've written fucking stuff in C++, and I can't figure this shit out. So you're asking about nodes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to preface all of this with, this is the blind leading the blind, right? It's how I live my life, man. I feel like I'm blind at everything, and whenever I try, like someone's like, "Can you show that person how to do it?" It's like, mate, I don't know how to live life. I don't know anything. You're asking me to guide someone else. But as far as I understand it, like your object-oriented programming, it's a bit like that. You have objects, and you can attach. It's like a tree system, so you can attach object nodes to nodes, and for each node, so I've got this character body 2D, right? This is this represents a player. Does it give you details? These things have instruction documentation. So yeah, specialized 2D physics body node for characters moved by script. And you can see all the details here, but each of them is,
Oh, I see. I'm looking at all this, yeah.
so this is just one type of node, right? And what I'm supposed to have done is let's try and add this, right. I put the sprite 2D as part of this character body 2D. I'm gonna delete that one. Don't need that one.
Yeah, and you've imported a sprite sheet.
So I imported a sprite sheet and I did this all arse for elbow. Let me see. So yeah, we've got these options up here, right? 2D to see the world in 2D. If you're doing a 3D game, you could see this Blender ass 3D view, but this is giving me the fear. Can I get rid of it? You can hide this somehow, and I can't remember how, but I want to hide it because 3D scares me. It reminds me of Blender, and then that reminds me of when I was video editing in Blender. It just makes me sad. Fuck, I can't believe I was video editing in Blender.
You've been using DaVinci Resolve now for a while, right?
Oh, what a fucking the difference between night and day. Holy shit. Yes. So I've added a sprite 2D. Now I've added this wrong because I'm pretty sure there's like a proper way of doing this, but right, there's an animated sprite. That's what I've right. So sprite 2D, and I bet you if I look at this documentation, it'll tell me. A node that displays a 2D texture. The texture display can be a region or a frame from a sprite sheet animation. A frame. This is not designed to be used with what do you call it? Animated sprites. This is the mistake.
Oh, I see, because it will do the animation when you actually do it.
You have a different node called an animated sprite 2D, which is what I think I was supposed to have used. Sprite 2D is for like static images, like, you know, if you've got walls or blocks,
background stuff.
Anything that's not really animated. I mean, you can still technically animate it, but it's not properly designed for that. And if I can delete that, let's go here. What's this complaining about now? What's this? This node has no shape, so it can't collide. Oh, okay. Right, so first we'll ignore that for a second. The other thing is that you can write scripts for everything, as most people, people who are developers for games would probably expect. I think you can click on any node can have a script associated with it. So like this character body 2D, which I will rename. Let's call it player. I can add a script to it. It will ask you what you want to call it. I should organize this better. Fuck, I don't know where I put this type of stuff. Whatever. I will go through this again and.
Now this looks more familiar.
Yes. So this is a Godot script, I think it is. So it's their own language, effectively, but it's very, very similar to Python. And I believe what it does in the background is it will compile this and convert it to C or C++.
Right.
But you don't need to know that.
Wait, it converts it for you?
So yeah, I mean, a lot of languages do that. So do you know, like, it's like, is it there's like terms for these things, but do you know how like JavaScript is a scripting language rather than a compiled language? But even that gets like all of these things have to convert the code into machine code at some level, right? I think Godot is built on, it'll be C or C++. Those languages are really fast. I think because Unreal, the scripts you write are in C++ for that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, either way, it doesn't matter. It has its own scripting language. You can just write the code in the scripting language. But it is similar to the kind of, I've been told it's similar to the syntax of Python. I've not used Python that much. I didn't like how Python, you might be used to writing like, or seeing function, I don't know, my function, right? Like that type of code where you got var a. I'm kind of more used to this. and then you go a equals, I don't know, 1, return. Now you can see this isn't like this because this is not how you write code in GD script or Python. You just go func so I'll just create a function and then that, and it's all to do with the tabbing, the indentation. So if I do this, I'm starting a new line and
it's not going back to that function then.
No, but if I do that, this is all in that function, and I hate this. I personally hate this because I'm like, I need my curly brackets, and I can't even remember how do you log out in this. Log print. That's it. There's going to be a print, isn't there? Print debug. Maybe a print debug. Hello. Now they've already added this physics process here. Wait, what is this? They've actually added all this fucking code in here. Handle a jump. If the input is, you can see input dot is action just pressed that and is on floor. Wait, how are you checking if is on floor? What is on floor? Where's this? They've got this.
No, there was a list of states, I think, if you go back.
There is. I'm just wondering how it's figuring that out because, like, is on floor. I don't even have a floor set yet on the. But yeah, this is like template code they've already added in here. I wonder if this would work actually. Right, this is in player GD. I've got the animated, right, so the animated sprite animation frames, right, this is where I add the animation frames. If I add this here, maybe I have to do new sprite frames. Then I click on that, and new, what, resource? We'll go to scene path. See, animation frames here. That feels wrong actually. Let's see, you've got an animated sprite. I'm just looking at the documentation. New sprite frames, and then click on the new sprite frame resource and you'll see a new panel. Drag the 8 frames, right? Change the name from default to run. Can I edit this? $15.
15 speed. Oh, 15 frames per second.
Yeah, let's see. What have we got here? Add frames from sprite sheet. Right, let's see if I do it this way. Add frames from sprite sheet. Yes, this is how I was supposed to do it. So 1 second, let's just delete. What? No. You delete. I cannot delete you. Right, there you go. Right, we're going to add from sprite sheet. That's the sprite sheet. And can I zoom in on this at all? Yes. So here you say how many horizontal and vertical.
Is that to choose one frame?
Yeah, it's to place the frames around the animation. So if I had made this, I would. No, I think that's right. I think it's 14 frames horizontally, 3 frames vertically. That looks.
So from the top left, it's got a walk cycle going on, heading to the right, and then there's a jump cycle as well.
Yeah, but this looks a bit off. This looks like I'm cutting off the foot. Size 25 wide, 40 is at 46. That's 3. That looks a bit off.
As in the borders.
Yeah, you can see the feet. Well, if I look close up on this, it just looks like the feet's being cut off here. I wonder if there's an offset. I do physics.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, it might just, that might be it. It does look a bit off though. So you have to, I've
that's way better.
selected all of the frames, and I'm going to add these 42 frames in.
Oh, there we go.
I feel like there's a different way to do this, but I can't remember what it was. Frame. So if I go back to the 2D world so we can look at this bad boy. So what I can do is set the default frame, which where's the normal?
Oh, that would be his generic idle stand.
Yes, which I believe maybe the last one actually. No, these are, this has been arranged interestingly.
I don't know. I can't see a default idle standing one.
No, I can't either. That's a bit weird.
Also, he's got really, really like weird legs.
Yeah, I mean, mate, this came from the whatchamacallit, freestuff.com. Wait,
Oh, was that game art or something you were looking at earlier?
opengameart.org, which nobody can see. I've just realized because that's got it in thingy. But yes, and to be honest, this is it's just a walking animation. It's not necessary. It's not like a full thing. But anyway, whatever. For the purpose of the stream and the people that have probably fallen asleep by this point, it will do. See if I can figure out what the hell I'm doing though. So we can set animations for this. So right now, let's see if I can frame duration 1 times. Let's loop this animation. Can we play it? Playing. Right. So what we're going to do is you can see I've got a list of animations here. I don't know if 15 is too fast, but I'll rename this to walking. And what I will do is walking animation frame offset. I feel like I've done this the wrong way, but whatever. Let's go back to the animated sprite thing, and yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can get the walking animation, which I believe is from 0 to... This animation is... The arrangement of the 0 to 7 maybe. Frame 0 to 7. Let's see. Can we set this? Ah, right. Okay, let's take this. Interesting. I play this now. I've deleted some of those frames from the sprite resource. So let's see if I play this. What will it look like? No, you're still jumping a bit. Why is that? There. Delete that one. Look here. I don't know why you're... There you go.
That is so weird.
I'm just gonna say that's running. Yeah, I'm doing this in a really dumb way, so...
It is running, but there's a slight...
It's because...
No, there isn't.
There's
a hiccup to it, but it's fine.
There is a slight weirdness to it because I've probably not chosen the exact frames that I should have chosen. Also, yeah, I have not framed these properly. No matter. This is what I call... it's a prototype. Prototype, look, the person runs. I'll stop playing that now. There's actually a better way of doing this. I'm gonna have to re-look up the tutorial I did because the guy on it. So having mentioned this tutorial, let me find the guy again because I want to recommend this person. Hearts. Let's see, Heartbeast. All one word. The YouTube channel is at you Heartbeast. Do you know what? I'll just post it in the chat. Wait, yep, there you go. That's that guy's YouTube channel. So this guy is awesome, or at least the tutorial. He's got a playlist called the
Pixel Platformer Tutorial.
He's got a Godot Action RPG series. That was the one I looked at.
Oh, interesting.
It is really good, really good. Like step by step. I actually need to go through it again because now that he was using Godot 3, I'm using this new beta version of Godot. So this is they've changed some of the UI about, but honestly, covers just like moving about, cameras, tile sprites, all the stuff you'd want to do to just get a very basic RPG running. I need to look through it again. But I did a thing. What time is it? 9. How long have I been? For an hour. Yeah. My brain is frazzled, man. It was frazzled when I started. But do you know what? I've done something and I've made a video on this. I'm planning. I'm going to sit down and properly plan this out. Because what I want to do is I've just, as an example, taken this animation sprite sheet, but I want to make my own sprite sheets, which will require some effort. Having said that, let me show you. I did download an app, and if I can figure out how to, let's see if I can. This one's got Godot. Oh, no, not that one. Let's see this one. Let's see if I can get this showing. Let me minimize this for a sec. Right. Okay. So hopefully, guys, you can see this. This is an app called Ace Sprite. That people use for making sprites. It is not free, but I purchased it because I was like, to hell with this. I'm happy to buy it. It was $19.99. So, I mean,
not too bad.
Yeah, and it's really good for this like specific purpose. So it will allow you to do animations and like, and where's the framing? Yeah, here we go. So you can say you want to, let's make a ball. I hate drawing with the mouse, it's terrible. Anyway, and then delete this. Alt C to delete a frame. What madness is that shortcut?
Alt C.
I know, what the fuck.
Fun bit of trivia for you. This is how Final Fantasy 1 through 6's characters were designed. The sprites were done first, and then artwork was done based on the sprites.
Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, I am a total whiz at animation. But I want to play around with this because this looks like it's fun. I mean, also I'm going to be using this for this first game that I used to make out. It will be sprite art. Blah 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 blah. There you go.
I like that.
Blah 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 blah. The other thing you can do, so you can make, let's see, a new file. You can, where is it? Background, advanced options. No, it's not here. File. So you can make rotate canvas. Let me just see if I can find. Oh, here we go. Presets, sort gradient, edit color, options. Where are you? Where is the option? Do I have to, like, it does tile sets as well? Tile maps. Right, how do you get a pen? What's a tile map? Layer, new tile map. Okay, right, so I'm gonna see layer, new. Right, I don't have a new tile map here. Interesting. What is a tile map? What is a tile set? Let's see. Oh, this is weird. I can't seem to find it on the menu here, but it is in the, since Sprite 1.3, what version is this? What? 1.2.4? Oh, you bastard. Am I due not update? Let me see. I don't know how updates work with this actually. I've bought it, but
You don't just check for updates in it.
do you know where I got it from? I got it from the Humble Bundle. It's weird.
Really?
Like they do the so I was on the official website, and then when I bought it, it took me to the Humble Bundle site, and I was like, "That's
that's interesting." Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can. Right. I'm wondering if there was an update out, but I downloaded this quite recently, so I can't imagine there was. What? Oh, for goodness sake. We have sent you an email with a code in it. I'm like, okay. Let's see if I've received that. There we go. Let's see. I'm kind of annoyed that Dialogic stopped working for some reason. I'll need to have a look at that because that worries me, because that's what I'm planning to use for the dialogue system, and it is really good. The guy's got a couple of videos up talking about it. Wait, there's a beta download. What versions are these though? 1.3, and what's the normal download? Oh, this is the beta. Holy shit. Okay. Right, let's close this for a second. Save? I don't know. No, just don't save it. Don't save. Right. I didn't realize this was in the beta version. Like, if there was a person, a YouTuber, kind of like showing it off, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like it's a feature it's had for a while." So let me see if this works. Let's see. Okay, let's do a new file. Okay, let's add a new layer. Yeah, new tile map layer. Right. Here we go. Wait, what? This doesn't look very big for a tile map. Did that? What's this? You can see it's like, I don't know how to use this, but you can create tile maps, which is supposed to be really good for like when you're creating backgrounds and all that, you want to do reusable tiles. What bizarre act is the canine performing? What? I don't get it.
It's a good question.
What do you mean? Like what canine? I'm confused. It's gone over my head. I do not. This is bizarre, but yeah, I'm gonna use this to make my sprite art. But I've not even God, not got to it. But yes, let's see. Can I quit this? Let's quit that. And close that. But yeah, well, I'm gonna stop quote unquote coding at this point. Is that how you guys say what's the dog doing? How bizarre. What bizarre act is the canine performing? Did I say something? That's it to do with that. Kixel staying quiet.
Sorry, I didn't realize my my mic was muted.
Oh dear. Yeah. What's do you know what Crackdeal was talking about?
So what the dog doing is a meme video.
Oh, this is my lack of knowledge of the nets. The nets. Why have I got a bunch of bots? I don't even know how I've managed this. Wait, this is the tile map. Yeah, I was gonna watch a video. There's a bunch of videos online of people explaining how to use Ace Sprite. So I'm gonna have a look at that. But really, I like it for the layers. So if
Layers is always good.
Yeah, anything with layers that's got a relatively intuitive thingy is great. See, do you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this. Right. Don't know why white was selected as the default. These all have shortcuts as well. Pencil tool is B, erase is E, so that's actually quite handy. See. Let's see. And one thing I don't use this properly in any other drawing tool, right? I know you can get these on the majority of things, but see this kind of like select tool, and then you can only draw within that selected area.
Not a fan.
No, I just like it's there in GIMP. I'm assuming it's in Photoshop and all that. I have never used that.
Oh,
It's really
okay,
useful, but I've
right.
never fucking used it. Because I'm a goddamn idiot. But like, yeah, I was watching someone use Ace Sprite, and I was like, shit, that's awesome. And I was like, wait, oh no, pretty sure you can do that and all this stuff. See if I can make So what you come here for, top quality content in 2023. Crack deers. Loopy saying lack of smartness. Yes. Crack deer saying I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. Mate, that's the story of my life. Disappointing. Oh. Kuxel.
Yes.
We did something yesterday.
We did two things yesterday.
So we did.
To which are you referring?
The one that scarred you the most.
Right, I have not worked on that because I was busy and I had scheduled to do that, to edit that video at this time. But then I saw this and I thought, fuck it, I'll just come on this instead.
Yes, distracting you from the good work.
Oh, it's not good work. It's not good work at all.
Oh, what, are you kidding me? I think it's good work. But I'm insane. So, wow, what the fuck? That's it. Blah blah blah. Wow 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 wow. Look at my animations, aren't they great? This is. Oh my god, I'm a full grown adult and this is the extent of my fucking art, my artistic skill.
Yeah, at least it moves.
It moves, man. Cracker's like, shut up, don't make it sound weird. Look, it's now a dog.
I thought it was a girl with pigtails. Now it's a clown.
Mate, you do what you want. It's whatever you want it to be.
Now it's crying blood.
Where's the Why did you? Oh my god,
Yeah, that's actually frightening.
Let's stop that. Gratia say, "Oh, haunt my nightmares."
Apologies to anyone who actually wanted to sleep tonight.
And Ash Mannix original. Oh god.
So what do you call this one?
I call this shit. Blah 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 blah. Do art better than I did. Wait, Loopy does art? Loopy, you need to show us your art now. Actually, no. I'm kind of scared to ask about that. Because knowing Loopy's... The type of person Loopy seems to be, the type of art that Loopy would make. Might actually make my frightening clown crying thing put that to shame. But yes. I was... No. Yeah, man. I think I'll leave it there. My brain is shattered. Loopy said, I have tried gore art, but no. Well, you know what they say, just keep drawing more. I've actually said to myself, I'm going to try and just like sketch something, anything each day. Just to give me something to do and to hopefully I don't think it's a surefire way to get better, but I do think it's something that at the very least you'll have done a couple of things. And if I spend, I don't know, a couple of minutes each day to try and think of something, doing something a bit better than the day before, it might help. So I have started that, and I've just realized that I've not drawn anything today, and I'm gonna have to, which makes me sad because I can't be arsed. Onions can red blue mode. What the hell is that? I'm just looking at the A sprite. Playback mode. One cool thing, they've got this preview thing, which yeah, you can see it on the stream, and you can make that. So someone was saying, see if you want to do time, what do you call it? That kind of like, what's the word for it? Well, you know, just recording as you're drawing, and having it at a constant. If you want to have it at a constant zoom, using this preview is really handy as a window to record in OBS. Time lapse, that's it. Crack Dealer's asking, have you heard about Faith, the Unholy Trinity?
I have not.
No. Ooh. That's pixelarty. Ooh. Pixelarty, and it's got a creepy vibe to it. The reviews are overwhelmingly positive as well. I love how, you know how it says buy, you know, on the Steam page it says buy faith. Let's see. That looks interesting. Ah. Look at that. Wait, does this let's see. Look at that. So yeah, I will say that tomorrow I am planning to stream Policenauts.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm assuming you're available for that.
I should be. I've said I should be.
Yeah, it's just that when you went, oh, okay, I was like, what? I did mention this before. What's today? Monday? Yes, tomorrow.
Yes.
Got a bit of a fright there.
No, it's just because I was going on Premiere Pro right now, so when I heard that, I was like, oh, right, yeah.
Crack Dealer saying it's bizarre talking about Unholy Trinity. Interesting.
That is interesting. Today, I think it might already have gone up, that Project Idol video that me and you did yesterday.
Yeah, I got confused. I saw that. I said, I was looking on your channel or something, and I said, oh, a new video. And I said, wait, what's this video? And then I looked at, oh, we've already. I was a bit saddened because I was in that video, if you know what I mean. It wasn't new, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good content.
Well, it was going to go up at some point.
Yeah, but I was just saddened because it wasn't something new that I could watch, if you know what I mean, that I wasn't in, that I didn't know what was going to happen.
I see.
You know what I mean? And I keep saying, you know what I mean. What the fuck is wrong with today?
Well, Friday will be Friday Night Chill stream for the first time in a while.
I can't tell you how much I look forward to that. You
should look forward to this one. We will actually be playing Asura's Wrath properly this time.
Yes. So I did watch this part of the stream I missed last time, where you played Asura's Wrath. It was interesting hearing you guys talk about me while I wasn't there. Unless, like, watching it. It's like watching people having a conversation. Well, it is watching people having a conversation about you behind your back, but not in a bad way, if you know what I mean. I was like, oh, look at that. Practicing's 1 hour. Oh, is the Project Idol 1 hour long?
1.5, maybe, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, don't watch it. You don't need to watch it now. Straight after this.
You can watch it whenever you want, but I recommend that one because, well, the game itself is quite interesting. The patch only just came out, the English patch. I think I might actually be the only person on YouTube covering that game.
Ooh.
Apart from the person who actually did the translation patch, whose details I have linked to in the description, because honestly, he does good work, and I'm grateful to him for actually translating a game that looked cool. Several games that look cool, actually.
I really like the aesthetic, and yeah, I'm just looking on YouTube. I don't see anyone else doing that. There's other games that have Idol in the name. Killer Instinct Idol.
You're thinking of Killer Instinct. There's a character called Idol.
Yeah, these are all centered around that sort of stuff. So, wait, why is my thing appearing? Making a game stream. My live stream appeared in the search results for me. Okay.
Yeah, you might also like this.
I might also like this. The live stream
you might also like to watch yourself streaming right now.
Thanks, YouTube. But yeah, no, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. I look forward to doing more of that. I saw that you had posted a community post
I always
with
do
the
that. A
schedule.
schedule,
Yeah.
usually on Monday, sometimes on Tuesday, depending. Just to sort of set out my ideas of where the week will go. It's not 100%. Sometimes I change things around a bit. Sometimes I add an impromptu stream here or there, depending if I'm free and if I feel like it.
No, it's good because it gives me, because I forget. We kind of talk about, right, you mentioned to me you're going to do this stream at this point and the premieres, and I forget. And I'm like, what did Cooksel say? Fuck, I don't want to ask Cooksel about 10 times because
There
obviously
you
he'd be
go.
like,
So that's what the schedule's for.
yeah.
Just go back and check it.
It's like, what did Cooksel say? Oh, Friday, chill stream. But yes, look forward to that. I am definitely looking forward to the chill stream. And I believe you've got Higginbana coming out.
I have set that at a later time than usual, simply because it's like it's a game about sort of like a horror story. So I thought, let's make it appropriate. Let's put it later at night. I was thinking midnight, then I thought that might be too late.
Yeah, I mean, you do you, but I don't want it. It depends on what midnight. Is that coming out Saturday?
Saturday, yeah, because it was
Yeah.
originally going to be on the Friday. Then I thought I need to make time for Friday Night Chill stream.
Actually, is that a premiere as well? Or is that
Yes.
yes.
It's a premiere
Yes.
so that you can have the chat along with it. Whereas Project Idol, I put it up like normal. I didn't put it as a premiere.
The only thing I'm lazy with the premieres, I sit there and watch it on TV, so I have to have my phone out to do the texting, but that's just me. But that's a great thing to watch on a Saturday night. Higginbana.
What? Oh yes, Higginbana. I think I might keep it there. The Saturday nights, but I need to make more.
They say, look at Cooksel getting professional. Disgusting. I know, look at me fucking like stumbling my way through a live stream trying to pretend that I can code, and at the end of it I have drawn a nightmare thing on a pixel art. This was supposed to be me making a game, and this is what you get. I need to up my game. Pun unintended. But yeah, no. Cooksel is killing it, and I am looking forward to all of this stuff. But
I got
there's
too much stuff. It's actually causing a substantial backlog. I need to finish 13 Sentinels. I know I'm doing that every other week in lieu of Friday night's chill stream.
But have you finished the game? It's just
I finished the game, but there are 24 videos that go all the way to completion, plus one epilogue, which I'm going to put up as well.
Oh, that is mad.
The epilogue is only a minute and a half long.
But yeah,
it's a sort of post-credit scene.
No, I mean, yeah, I've got ideas, but my problem is not how much I've got to do. It's my procrastination. And you can see here I was supposed to make a start in this game, and I have said for years, definitely the last few years, I want to make a game, and I'm still sitting on my arse on it. But I'm hoping that this is a little bit of motivation, me failing at this miserably, to get me started on the road. I'm going to have a look at that Dialogic stuff to see why that wasn't working.
I still don't know what Dialogic is.
Right, letters. I have got. Why is this not showing? Give me a sec. It's not showing because I had Aspray. What? Let's change you to Chrome. Right. I'll just try and get something that gives a wee Dialogic. Oh, it's Dialogic, not Dialog. Oh. Our man didn't carry on paying for the. Fair enough.
Thanks, Cloudflare.
So, is there a wiki on this? Does it have images? No.
Does that count? I think.
So, it is a Dialogflow plugin, but it allows you to kind of drag and drop things in a visual using a UI. And you can see here that you can have branches. The standard visual novel affair. You You can also play sounds, so you can have like audio playing for each line if you've got audio, and you've got the questions, and you can have branching questions that will lead you to different parts of the dialogue tree and all that stuff. And you can programmatically activate these dialogue timelines as well. So for your point and click adventures, you click on this object, you want a piece of dialogue to appear to say that, oh, you have found the magic bean or whatever. You can programmatically do it as well. The individual who has created this hasn't linked to their. Give them some Ko-fi. Does this person have their YouTube? No, but you have the website. Okay.
I think he's gone AWOL.
No, he was not happy with Space Daddy taking over Twitter or something, and apparently, I don't know. Emilio Capo. Yeah, Emilio Capo, right.
Now this is brave.
I would thought you.
Yes, it is. God help me if I think it, but yeah, Dialogics. There is maybe a playlist. Yeah, Dialogic devlog. I recommend that. It kind of goes over the process that he's gone through, and it also talks about how to use Dialogic at the very. Let me see the playlist actually. Devlog 1 version 1.3. Oh, that's old actually, but it that goes over the high level stuff.
Crack Dealer says, "What was that on the right corner?"
I don't know, but I will now minimize it.
You've put the fear in him now.
What was that on the right corner? I don't know. Now you.
I went back to check. It's one of those Japanese girl videos.
Oh,
that gets sent your way every now and then.
On the right hand, so let me just check. Yeah, my internet, my YouTube history on my account on this is bad. I get all these like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what I've looked at. Right, I'd take ownership. I get weird yoga shit and stuff like that as well, and I'm like, I'm not saddened by this. I'm not, but also why? YouTube just knows I'm a total degenerate. But yes, I will definitely. Man, see the amount of I get a lot of spam emails, right? It's got one there for about your Amazon Prime membership payment failed. No, okay, fuck off.
Oh, please enter your payment details on this website, which is not Amazon.
Do you know how it usually says, like, official emails will say, log into your account and update your details, or if you want to cancel, click here potentially, right? These emails are just like, click here to go into your account and update, and I'm like, usually they just tell you to go yourself. They don't usually give you a link. Looks dodge. No, it was like, if you don't want to update, click on this link. And I'm like, what? If I don't want to update my payment details, why do I need to click on the link? But yes, I'm just saying, just get good, man. How hard is it? Yeah, you're right, Crack Dealer. I should be a multi-millionaire game developer. At the level of our man Hideo Kojima. It's just like I should be. It's so easy, isn't it? I should just be at that level.
He was never a good programmer.
Whatever he did, man. Whatever weird route he did to get to being a fucking.
He watched movies and just took ideas from them.
I couldn't. Do you know what? My problem is I keep trying to do something different, and I'm like, I don't have the talent or the creativity to actually create, like, come up with a good enough idea. And yet I sit there going, I need to have a good idea. I don't want to just do the same thing. And when I think about it, and I think about most of like the visual novels and the games that I play, like they use a lot of well-used genres, settings, stuff. Like Persona.
I think what you mean to say is that they rely on tropes.
Yeah, there's tropes, but there's also like game mechanics and all that I've used again and again. I mean, it's why I like visual novels. They all have similar game mechanics or mechanics.
What, you mean none?
I mean, click to go to next piece of dialogue. Practicing, you heard about Iwahime?
I don't think so.
Ooh. Vision Novel takes a few cues from the When They Cry titles, but then carves out an extremely distinct identity. What is this? This is a review someone did for the game. Very positive. Oh, it's £23.79 though, man. Full price games. Oh.
£23 is not full price.
I know, it's full price for I've seen 30-40 quid visual novels.
Yeah, I think I paid about 35 to £40 for what was it called?
Wait a minute.
Kikonia, When They Cry.
What? From hit writer Ryukishi07, the creator of When They Cry, comes a story on the theme of curses. Strike down the dark riddle of dolls and suit in the supernatural horror visual novel. What? This is Ryukishi's.
What's the Ryukishi one? That's immediately piqued my interest.
Yeah, this is now I might actually pay the 23
Which
price.
one?
Iwahime.
What one is it?
Iwahime.
Let's see.
It's on Steam.
It's on Steam? Okay. Wait, when did this come out?
2020 apparently. October 2020. Developer DMM Games. Publisher Shirafune. Is it really written by him?
From hit writer Ryukishi07.
I mean,
the creator. Yeah.
Yeah, but is it?
That doll is just plain old Higanbana right there.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Why has this not been? Do you know? I swear, Steam is fucking shit, man. See, when it recommends me games, it recommends me shit like, I don't know, Fortnite or whatever. I'm like looking at it going, what are you talking about? Why are you not recommending me Iwahime? I've bought Higurashi on Steam. Like, the recommendations tend to suck ass. And it takes people like Crack Dealer to tell me, have you heard of this game? And I'm like, what? This is on Steam? Why is Steam not recommended this to me? What the fuck? I am...
There's a demo.
Is there? Buy,
There's a demo.
Buy bundle, buy play cool bundle. How long is it? Oh, there is a demo. Shit, I missed that download demo button.
Wait, hang on. But you got... Yeah, there it is. Download demo.
Ooh.
Well, you can go through that at some point.
Yes. Right, wait. Do you know... Before I... Not this one.
Ah, it's got voice acting.
I mean... Do you know that might make our life easier though?
What?
Just voice acting. I'm just thinking of the house in Fata Morgana and how much my voice dies after doing that. Like, see when you're on your own and you're doing a whole bunch of different voices. It hurts my soul. Thanks for that recommendation, Crack Dealer. There's an Iwahime bundle. What's the bundle? Extra chapter. You know I'm gonna have to get that. Like, I'm not gonna play the game, come to the end and be like, oh, there's an extra chapter. Right, I've
I
added.
still need to do the extra chapter of Deathmark.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
chapter 6, which we unlock by getting the good ending, so I have to get the good ending first.
which you only missed from by like
By one bit, yeah.
Yeah, that was mental.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be too difficult to get it.
Cracktear said, "Yeah, I've told you tons of games of which you played just one." True. Was that the
Mogeko Castle.
Yeah, Mogeki.
You finished that in one go, didn't you?
Yeah, that was great. That was see games like that are like fucking. It's not like it was a really great game, but it was just pixel art, just really good setting, interesting story, and it went places. I want to. It takes talent to be able to make games like that. It looks. I mean, on the surface, to me, I'm like, oh, this could be easy, and then as soon as I have to think of a story and how to make it actually like a story that people want to see to the end, I'm like, I can't do any of this. But no, I appreciate it, Crack Dealer. Like, what was it? Return to Shirnagasso Island was Hentai Hero suggestion, I believe. A bunch of games I played that I would never have played without recommendations. But yes, it's the best time to play games, as Vinny Caravella says.
You want the Sunday night streams back? They were fun. Is the Sunday night a better timing, I think? Because I do on Friday nights.
I'm a Sunday night bird. I didn't do So yes, last night we were that we did the pre-recorded thing. I was too tired. It's because like
pre-recorded.
Well, did we not record Velma and stuff last night?
That was yesterday.
Yeah, last night, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think you're taking a break, but you're also not like free some Sundays, which is why there's been a bit of a great break. And
I do think I'll just come back to doing this stuff now.
Which is, yeah, that's cool. But that was just the reason for that. And I was like, honestly, a couple of times I was like, it was Sunday night, and I was like, I can't be arsed, because I had to think of what to play and do it on my own. And I was like, ah, man. Also, one of the Sundays none of you guys popped in. What Sunday was that? It was when there was like some sort of speedrunning tournament thing on.
Oh, you're talking about that text adventure game.
Oh, that one had so much text in it, man. What was it? Roadman. Not Roadman. Fuck, I don't know what it's called, but that's actually a prime game to chat over, and there's a lot of text and a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things that can happen. Yeah, no. So if you're a free, well, the next few Sundays I plan to do that. I think that's a good one to chat over, unless I find something better. But I thought that was quite cool. Loopy saying Sunday, peasants. It's Tuesday. I mean, it's not Sunday
either.
It's Monday here.
Time travelers. What the fuck?
I know. Look at you. Just because you live in the future. But yes. I've done. What have I achieved today?
You made that sprite.
I made that sprite. I didn't make a game. Oh, I made a man. Where is it? I made a man run. Look at that. Well, oh, you can't see. Well, they can't see it on the stream. Why can't I? It doesn't matter. I made a man run, and I drew a monster. It's like I live in the future. We get 4-minute delays from you. That I mean, to be fair, the 4-minute delays because I don't choose the ultra low latency.
You know what? I miss the. I don't miss it actually. But do you remember when the fucking rendering was breaking down and it was making extremely long delays?
Oh, that was on my end,
Yeah.
mate. I don't know what the fuck was happening there, but it was like, I, yeah, that was bad. It was like what 2 minute delay or something like that. It was
It was the same stream when we found out that apparently Sam and Max Hit the Road is one of the best games of all time.
apparently, yeah. Ugh. But yes, anyway, wizardry. I made a man run does not sound good. Trust Loopy to take that out, to make that sound bad. But yes, I think I'll leave it there for today. This was a total. Well, this was great, but in terms of developing a game, I've not really done much.
Have we ever played Disgaea? I've played the first one on the PS2.
Ooh, you both grandpas ever played Disgaea? What's Disgaea?
Yeah, Disgaea is a strategy RPG series. At one time, the characters were quite popular in internet culture. Not nowadays, but you used to see people posting Lahal, Etna, and Flan a lot, but you don't see them nowadays.
Maybe because they're all ancient like us.
It's one of those series that people really like. It's from the numbers sound insane to me. Like you would grind things to insanely like high levels, like 999 or something like that.
I'm just looking at images from this game. Interesting.
It's a strategy RPG, so something like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay.
Well, Fire Emblem, I suppose, as well.
Back in my day, we used to play games without the internet.
I never got that into Disgaea. I only played it a bit. This was back in my like proper weeb phase when I'm like, must hunt down Japanese games. Let's see what games are good from Japan.
Wait.
And I picked up Disgaea and I picked up, I think it was God, what was that called? I've forgotten.
This was back in your weeb phase. I thought you were still in your weeb phase.
Hell no.
No?
No, I wouldn't call this a weeb phase. Now I'm much more well adjusted. Back then, I was like, Japanese game, must buy.
I mean,
anime, must watch.
I mean, I'm kind of like that now, so...
Well, you did say you wanted to make something with Japanese voice acting. I'm like, why?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying that because... Well, first of all, I love anime and stuff that's came from Japan, and I love the voice acting in it.
There's the proof you need that you're still in the weeb phase.
I mean, I am a weeb, man. I'm a degenerate weeb. But as I like... And I know it would just end up bad, but like as a love letter to the country that I never came from, I'm bleeding.
We got Ken Summer hosting the stream here.
I never played online games till I was 15. You grandpas had. To be fair,
I never played online games till I was like.
Wait, I don't think online games were. I'm ancient. I don't think online games were that. Prevalent when I was that young.
Wait, I did play RuneScape.
I was a bit older when I played RuneScape, funnily enough. Crack dealer dies from cringe. Yeah, man, I am a massive degenerate weeb. I would do that. It's like, is there an English version, of an English voice acted version? Nope, just Japanese.
Oh, I did play. I mean, there are rules I have for when I would play a game in English. I played Nier Automata in English, and I play Final Fantasy VII Remake in English. And the reason is very simple: do they talk during gameplay? And are those conversations important?
Oh yeah, do you know?
Because otherwise, I can't read the subtitles while I'm playing the game.
This is one of the
while I'm doing fast action, and the subtitles on the bottom. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to read that.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's one of the issues I have with the 13 Sentinels series, is that I cannot Because they're long, right? Sometimes I just want to sit on the computer,
Yeah.
have it playing in the background, and listen to it, and I
But the
can't.
problem is it's not yeah. So at that point I would say just watch anyone else. There's quite a few people actually. There's like at least 3 other people doing 13 Sentinels videos right now, uploading them like 3 times a week or something. But all of them are doing it in English. Like all of them are doing it in English dub. I'm like, why am I the only one doing it in Japanese dub?
Because you're a true weeb. Fuck them.
No, I'm doing it because it's authentic. Wait, hang on a second. Hang on, Loopy. I'm gonna take some serious issue with that. British voice acting is superior to American voice acting. I maintain that. What?
Fucking, I've not, I've not listened to, or I've not. I don't know.
So for the standout example that I always give is the dub of Final Fantasy 12. That is done by a bunch of British theatre actors rather than the usual bunch of anime actors that you get in America. 13, they used the American typical anime style acting, but I think 12 stands out in a good way simply because they use British theatre actors instead. Dragon Quest VIII also has a British dub. One of the characters has a full Cockney accent, yelling out "Core blimey" and stuff like that. It's great. The BBC did a dub of Urusei Yatsura as well, which is insane to think about.
The BBC did a dub of anime.
The BBC dubbed anime, and an 80s anime at that, no less.
Was it bad?
It was
though?
Urusei Yatsura.
Is that the one I've seen a clip of like some proper not Cockney, but just like fucking.
Did he put a button in your oven?
Yeah, I saw a clip of that recently.
Yeah, that one. That one. That was done by the BBC.
That's fucking amazing. If the dubbing isn't on levels of Persona, I ain't listening to it.
See, the problem is, I like Persona's dub, but at the same time, I don't like it when in the English version, they use terms like senpai or refer to people with kun or chan and stuff like that.
You don't like that in the English version?
Yeah, because you don't say it in English.
Yeah, I get that. I like senpai though. I don't know.
Senpai is... I mean, the thing about senpai is it's really clunky to translate it to, like, upperclassmen. Like, we don't say that. We just said, like, back in the days when I was in school, right, we just said, oh, look, it's the year 11s. Or something like that.
All right, bruv. Don't beat me up, please. Here's my money. That's what it says. Oh, shit! It's the fuck...
I told you about this. We used to run away from the year 11s because they were
just... It's the seniors. Fucking run.
Yeah, run for it. Yeah. They were fuckers, man. What?
Kixel, no. What?
Wait, what are you both knowing me for?
Stop it, Ash, what?
But I rarely play any game dubbed nowadays. In any language. Like...
Wait, what? I hear Kixel say what?
Yeah, I'm really confused now. What did I say that was so cringeworthy?
Loopy saying hearing Kixel say that made me cringe a few years ago.
Do you know what I think it was? Oh, back in my days when I was in school. I think it was that.
I don't know if it's the senpai stuff, maybe.
What?
I don't know.
Senpai? You mean upperclassmen? What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Year 11s?
The seniors, run!
I never said senior.
I said seniors.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, that may be why Crack Deal's telling me to stop it.
Like, we were in year 7, we'd just say, look, we're the year 7s. They're the year 8s. Oh, look, it's the year 11s. It was always the fucking year 11s, right? They would chase us.
Such animal mentality. Oh, they're smaller than us. Fucking chase them. Loopy saying the senpai stuff.
What, really? Interesting.
What's wrong with the senpai? What, you want to have senpai in English dubs?
No,
I'm saying is Loopy saying that? Go play your UK games.
UK games if you want authentic English dub on games. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. If I want to play a game in English, it'll generally be a game that's been made in English. I'm not going to play Grand Theft Auto dubbed into Japanese. or I don't know, Red Dead Redemption or something like that dubbed into Japanese.
To be honest, I do kind of disagree in the senpai stuff where I would still want that.
I
a
do
bit.
like it. I mean, in Persona, I'm all right with it, but I don't. It just doesn't work in English for me.
Senpai. I try. I want
Crack
people.
dealers threatening to collapse in on himself.
I think he's gonna himself implode, man. Spontaneous implosion.
Okay, but we're not going to play DMC in Japanese. No, of course not, because Devil May Cry in Japan was released in English with Japanese subtitles.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's mad.
Yeah, because the actor Ruben Langdon is the voice actor and motion capture actor of Dante.
Wow. The stuff you learn.
I take this seriously. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible in my sort of like application of this, with the exceptions like I've talked about earlier, like Nier Automata or Final Fantasy VII Remake.
So,
but yeah, if a game is made in a particular language, I will generally play it in that language.
So one of the few things that I've watched anime-wise that I would enjoy in English was the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex series.
I did watch that in Japanese as well.
I watched the first 2-3 seasons of that in English just because the
Garlic Bread X, welcome aboard.
I like Garlic Bread X. Yeah, that makes sense. If it's set in Japan, keep the honorifics. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we talked about this at some point in the past. Garlic bread. We had, yeah. Oh god, we had like it was because of fucking Higurashi, the new anime. And the Nini translator.
Nini.
Yeah,
Big brother.
Yeah, that got
Big
translated
brother.
horribly.
Big brother.
Anger was had. Yeah.
I think Rev says Desu did a video on that as well, actually.
Yeah, it's bad. You prefer playing Japanese games without translation patches.
What the fuck, Loopy? Well, if you know Japanese, enjoy that.
That reminds me, I was recommended I should play Dragon Quest V because apparently that's actually a really good learning aid if you're learning Japanese, how to read it.
Is it?
Yeah.
What if you don't know any Japanese? I think you have to have a basic.
Then why the fuck would you play a Japanese game in Japanese?
To learn it the hard way.
No, you're not gonna. It's a good. It's like a test. Like if once you've learned
that,
play this game, because apparently it's quite simple or easy to pass, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. I also do want to play Dragon Quest V. I've heard it's just really good. Railgun changes One-sama to Sissy. I've seen that Sissy.
Wait, was that in
bothers me.
Railgun again? The
Railgun, you know.
Railgun
Railgun and Index.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird actually.
Manga to learn Japanese. Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
You're reading what a hardcore, man.
You got them physical. You don't trust Western translators anymore. To be fair,
yeah, they're getting weird,
I've seen some egregious examples of bad localization.
It's like it's just changing the context of fucking sentence. It's not even like
It's not even stuff like that. You know, we've been playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 over the past year and a bit now.
Yeah.
In the English dub, the Nahobino, the main character, has a female voice.
Why?
I don't know. It's a dude. I get that he looks pretty.
He looks androgynous.
Yeah, but his voice in Japanese is really masculine.
But I don't know. I mean,
so I count that as a bad localization choice because I'm like, that's a completely different intention with what you're doing. Then
that's the thing.
But I can understand if they want to make him sound androgynous.
Yeah.
But the original creators didn't. Like they made him look androgynous. He's got that long, amazing blue hair. I want that hair.
Oh, I know.
But it doesn't have a female type voice, or even a voice which is potentially
A voice that's androgynous.
a voice
It's like
that's
a very
androgynous.
masculine voice.
Yeah.
Or is it? I can't remember. Does Nahubino talk? I've always heard them talking when they split out. When does Nahubino talk?
He does talk. Well, it's not that he talks because he's a silent protagonist, but he makes like attack noises, like "ha," or he shouts out attack names.
All right, okay. It is what it is, man. That's the thing, though. Like, it's not a translation anymore. It's more of a interpretation.
Localization. So that's the thing. That's the thing. What Loopy is saying. I don't know. That's part of the reason why I get a bit. I don't know anymore, because you do get a bit off. I mean, put it this way: we watched fucking Velma the other day, and that has nothing to do with translations. But the problem is, it does have the same application of the same sort of things.
That's translated the animation medium into shite.
It's translated whatever the fuck that creator's name, woman, that lady who they were saying basically self-inserted herself into the show.
So, this is interesting. It's created by Joe Root. No, wait, I'm looking at something else.
What are you looking at?
I was looking at the Velma Wikipedia page, not the Velma TV series.
So recently, Chaos Head?
Yes.
Chaos, we started and dropped Chaos Child, but Chaos Head came out with a completed re-release on Steam recently. And people are saying there's been some sort of proper bad localization on that. Like shockingly bad. To the point where there were entire bits which were just not even attempted to be translated, and the translator just wrote, "Could be asked to translate this," or something.
So, Mindy Kaling, that's the name of the one of the producers.
Loopy says, I want to watch the Velma TV series to shit on it. Me and Ash watched it yesterday. We watched the first 2 episodes and we really did not like it. Well, I did not like it. I think you actually had
Loopy, it's something fucking special. It's so bad. It's just so bad.
I actually couldn't even react to it. I was just speechless half the time. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
It was trying so hard. So I've watched, and Cooks, I know you've not seen this, but I've watched a series called Paradise PD that tries to push the boundaries, got lots of nudity, gratuitous violence and stupidity and shit. And the first couple of seasons were funny, right? I enjoyed it, and then it's like, where do you go from there when your aim is to try and get like more and more extreme, right? And it just got like kind of sad, and I was struggling to watch through it, even though it had more and more violence and more stupid, dodgy stuff and whatever.
I mean, that's not a problem though.
I know, but it's like they were focused. It just sucked. The story kind of sucked. It did. It's just like bang, bang, bang. Here's skits after skit after skit that they've just kind of piled in there to get in a joke, but the joke's not even worth the payoff. It just sucked. And this was trying so hard to do something like that. It's just trying so hard it's trying to be edgy as fuck, and it's just shit. But also the characters are all horrible, annoying people. I would say Shaggy's character, what's his name, Norval, is one of the only characters in that show where I'm like, this person's alright, and he gets shat on as well.
Gets shat on. Actually, all the guys get shat on.
Especially the white people.
Get shat on.
There's yeah, man. There's a bunch of like, right, you're doing this because you're white.
Alright, Chaos Head Noah. That is correct. That is the one I was talking about, Loopy.
That horrific abomination looks like some cult symbol.
It's talking about the Odroic.
Oh. Yeah, maybe I should I just realized this is the thing that they're looking at this whole time.
Sums everything
Welcome.
up.
Welcome to the Ashman Extreme, where I lied to you about saying I was going to make a game, and instead I make really
You
shit,
didn't lie about it. It's just that you got really, really derailed.
really shit pixel art of a crying panda, whatever the fuck this thing is. Yes, I enjoyed it. It is bad. It's like ridiculous, and it's just like lacking in I don't know, talent. It didn't have anything.
Wasn't there a Chaos Head Noah translated by Committee of Zero? So if Committee of Zero are the fan translators, then yeah, because they went so far as to put out a thing saying, look, this translation is so bad, we actually recommend our fan translation over it.
Wow.
Like, wait for us to finish this and then play it.
That's what, this is a problem when things, I feel like as things become more, I think we've talked about this in a different sense, but like animes became, and these games have become more mainstream. Not entirely mainstream, but definitely there's more of an audience, especially with a lot more people watching anime and reading manga nowadays. And as anything gets, when something becomes mainstream, it becomes shit. Look at the gaming industry. Look at the change between the games of 10 years, 15 years ago compared to now, as the gaming industry has become the behemoth that it is now.
What are you talking about?
I just feel like
15 years ago, those games were still very similar. And I'll tell you why. Because 10 years ago, 15 years ago was like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and that.
no, but like you still had, it got worse and worse, right? There was more good games around that time. Like from
I disagree because 10 and 15 years ago was when the Japanese gaming industry sort of suffered because of the HD generation. They very much did not transition well to the HD generation of games. I think from the PS4 onwards, there was actually a noticeable uptick from Japanese games, what we would call AA games, I think, as well.
so
And Japanese AAA games, for the better. Western games, they started going down a fucking shit pile. You got really bad business practices as well. You know, your fucking DLC, microtransactions, and all that nonsense.
yep.
The quality of those games is also still highly suspect. Although I do think quite a few of them are fairly good. But I don't play a lot of them. Not anymore.
I've
The
never
only
really
ones which I've played, which are big and from the West, Spider-Man, and I think that might actually be it.
Crack Dealer made me pause there. There's a severed purple head, and I was like, "What?" And then I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
it's you,
yes."
man.
I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm a severed purple head." Yeah,
I just realized with the way your logo is positioned underneath your avatar, it makes it look like an earring.
Does it? Oh, I don't see. I'm not looking at the live stream. Oh, it does. Well, I know it looks different here. Yeah, I've never been that into AAA games for the longest of time, so I suppose maybe that's why. But I do feel that I didn't want to say 20 years plus, right? Because but that the reality is, yeah. I just think that definitely and definitely now anyway, the games industry, it's just like all even the especially the AAA stuff is just, it's amazing in terms of the technical uh
Achievements.
of it, but it's like, look at this amazing realistic open sandbox game. You're like, yeah, this is amazing, but it looks
Wait
like
a second. Hitman. I liked Hitman as well.
those are the what do you call it? They're not the norm, though, are they? It's hard to get something good like that made by a decently sized.
No, and Hitman also had the most crazy development because at first they were under Square Enix as the publisher, developed by who were they developed by? I've forgotten now. But Square Enix fucking sold them halfway through the second game or something like that. So it was up in the air as to whether the trilogy would even be finished, and then it was finished.
Yeah, I remember the Giant Bomb guys talking about that a lot as well. They really loved that game.
Oh, it's so good. It really is. It's a proper good sandbox game. I've described it when my brother was coming over and like that, and you know, so to explain to him, I'm like, this game is sick, Hitman. And one of our friends was coming over, I'm like, this is the true sequel to MGS2 that I've always wanted. And the way I say, the reason I say that is, you know, the way you fuck around with the guards.
Yes.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Fucking around with the guards. Because in Hitman, you can just fuck around with them in the same way that you fuck around with the MGS2 guards. Because they're fucking stupid.
But that
MGS3 guards were more intimidating.
Unfortunately, that is a rarity nowadays. But the increased use of microtransactions, like these game companies have realized that with the what I'd say is predatory game mechanics, they've realized they don't need to actually make that good games. They just need to put loads of make a mediocre game and put loads of mini transactions in there. Look at FIFA, and
oh god, it's not FIFA.
It's like it's terrible. And then this is why there were some of these game companies talking about getting into NFTs because they're like, now we don't even need to make the game, just make images.
Square Enix still want to get into NFTs.
Oh yeah, they're fucking doubling down on that because they're like, I'm not going to admit that I'm wrong. This is a temporary thing. Good luck, mate. I hope. No, the thing is, I don't want to hope anything bad against the company because who gets affected the most? The developers,
the workers.
Yeah, the workers, the people that are actually passionate are trying to make a good game, and then fucking the suits come down and go, you're gonna have to put microtransactions, and you're like, what? We've not even built this game for that. It's like, just do it, make money.
Oh, do you know what? I'm just thinking of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet now.
Do they have microtransactions in them?
No, but you know that they fucking got rushed to high heaven to release that game by Christmas, essentially.
Yeah, it's see that the thing is because games, or at least AAA games now, they're expected to have 1,000 people strong building the games, and it's ridiculous and not feasible, right? It is feasible, but it's over the top. They then expect to make massive profits, and so then that's their excuse for like adding in stuff like microtransactions and all that stuff. But it's like, why don't you? I don't know. I feel like the genie's out of the bottle. Like back in the day when it was and I say maybe the 80s and the 90s, maybe I don't know actually, maybe it's more 80s, but like when gaming was like super niche and you had a handful of people working on it, and in a lot of cases, one or two people working on a game, and they were things of passion. Those are the type of games that even today I'd want to play.
You do get quite a lot of indie games nowadays.
Yeah,
I still need to do Signalis, but Signalis was made by two dudes.
So this is the thing where I feel this is where the indie game scene has picked up. It's picked up that part of what games used to be about, because it is. I mean, it was an indie scene back in the day, and you just now have people that who were the indies that have become huge, monstrous, horrible things, and now you've got the indie gamers that have came in, and the fact that I'm pretty sure games are so much easier to make in general, especially if you want it to be to run on many systems. Like I was showing you Godot. Godot out of the box can be made for Linux. Well, I know Mac OS and Windows, Android and iOS, right? And you need to go to certain companies to be able to get it on console. And the only reason for that is the reason they don't have inbuilt portability to consoles, because it involves proprietary software that they can't show you the code for, and that goes against the kind of open source software ethics of the group. But like, yeah, I mean, you've got this. Unity is technically free until you make loads of money, and so is Unreal, which I think is a great thing that they've done that. It's also a smart thing, because if you become the industry standard, like a certain fucking Adobe, you bloody live on the coattails of that and just fuck everyone over afterwards. So, but yeah, like
DaVinci Resolve is doing a good job in replacing Premiere Pro.
Yeah, mainly because it's free, and then you pay to get the extras. And I am very tempted. If I ever, I don't know, I might actually. There's a couple of things on the paid for version that I'm like, man, I'd love to use those extra filters. If I get more, I don't know, subscribers, or the thing grows a bit, I'm tempted, because it's a one-off payment as well. It's not a pay a subscription.
Not a fucking subscription, yeah.
I hate companies that do that. I
like
get
fucking Adobe and Microsoft 365.
It makes them more money. That's why they do it.
Of course it does.
I cannot, like, from a business point of view, I can't argue it. I can't argue against it. I get why they're doing it. It just absolutely sucks ass. And I hated that. I remember when Adobe and companies that started doing that, I was like, fuck off. Like, even though at the time Adobe, to get like this full Creative Suite, you had to spend $2,000 to get a version of it. Like now it's like what, 40, 50, 60 pound a month, which is a lot less than $2,000, but then it all adds up depending on how long you use it for. But either way. What's Galacbread X says, I'm glad that Steam banned NFTs from their store. Yeah, that was a good move. But Steam are one of the few groups where they just they seem to be able to do whatever the fuck they want, mainly because they have a stranglehold on the PC games market. Even now, Cracked is saying that bear thing was better. This looks like someone sleep paralysis teaming, and then Loopy's saying fuck proprietary.
I was waiting for you to get to these comments.
I'm so busy making art here. Oh fuck. But yes, right. I'm going to end the stream here before it gets too late. But
if we end up making a game.
No, holy shit! I might actually fucking end up making a game. I do really want to make a game though. Having said that, no, thanks a lot, guys, for jumping on. Thank you, Kuxo, for making this. This was daunting, and I think I would have ended the stream after half an hour if I was on my own. So yeah, I appreciate you jumping on.
No, thank you for distracting me from working on that Velma video.
I am really looking forward to that. I am going to.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with that fucking footage I have. It's all terrible.
I'm tempted to watch the rest of it when it comes out.
Yeah, you can do that yourself.
Yeah, I know you're not going to do that with me. I know you've had enough of your film for a lifetime.
I had enough by the end of episode 1, and then there was an episode 2, and I'm like,
I want to see where it goes. This is like it's like this morbid curiosity. You see this crane crash happening in slow motion over the span of, what is it going to be, 5 weeks or something like that.
2 episodes per week is such a bizarre release schedule.
I wonder if they saw this was going to be shit and they're like, right, we're not going to do a full 10-week fucking thing of this. It's going to be
God,
2 a week.
Can you imagine if I did 2 episodes of fucking well, I did for a while actually, now that I think about it. 2 episodes of 13 Sentinels at once. Then I remembered, oh yeah, I actually did that. I did merge the videos together because like 1 hour at a time was not enough.
I mean, yeah, if you want to hurt people, that's a long time. But yeah, I mean, that's what they're doing. Maybe they just want to hurt people. Maybe that's the aim of the show. It's just to hurt everyone. Because everyone seems to be annoyed with it. Or at least people from all sides of whatever coin you're looking at.
All right. Plug time. Where Ash and I did the PC Engine game Project Idol. That's gone up on my channel. Check that out. It's pretty cool. We will be playing more of that though. But if there's only one thing you can watch this week, please let it be Friday Night Chill stream. We will be playing Asura's Wrath. I'm going to make it a bit of a longer stream. I'm starting a bit later than usual as well. 9 p.m. Yo, what's going on over there?
No stop or get away from your PC. Wait, what?
But yeah, as I was saying, Friday Night Chill stream. I'll be showing Ash basically, and everyone else who joins us, Asura's Wrath. It's a fucking great game. Definitely join for that one. And I still have my save file from 2012, I think it was, or 2013, as it turns out.
What,
so I actually
10
have
years
the whole
ago?
game. Yeah, I actually have the game, all chapters, apart from the DLC chapter, which I got. And that was a fucking hassle, by the way. Getting stuff on the PS3 now is bloody shit. What I had to do is go into the PSN store on the PS3. It then told me, after I added all the stuff to cart, all the DLC, it then told me, add funds to your wallet using a PS5, PS4, or the website, or your app on your phone. I'm like, what? Okay. So I did that. I added the funds to my wallet. Then I went to checkout on the PS3. Guess what happens?
What?
It says to me, please enter your card details, or please confirm your card details, rather, because I have my card saved. I'm like, I enter the card details, and it goes, card not recognized. And I'm like, just take it from the fucking wallet, you dingus. I've given you the money already. And it just wouldn't let me download or purchase it. So I went online, I went on Reddit, found some guy saying, oh, you have to remove your card details. I'm like, what?
Why?
Fine. So I removed my card details from PSN, and then I was able to download it without issue. Sony, fix your shit. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but there's something really, really messed up with your services, especially with the legacy services like PSN, changing your names and all that. That looks like a Game Boy character.
I mean, the crowd was like, get away from your PC. I don't want more horrific abominations to come into this world. What's that supposed to be? I don't know. Elf man. Yay. Wait.
Oh, God.
Loopy saying fix your shit.
I think that was in relation to me saying to Sony, fix your shit.
Yeah, Sony should fucking whatever.
I know all of their like server stuff with relation to PlayStation Network, and that is held together with Pritstick and String. But man, I can't believe I actually had to remove my card details to buy something.
That is pretty bad. But yes. I will stop horrifying the viewers with my. I'm quite proud of this one actually. It doesn't look like utter trash. It just looks creepy as fuck. Yes, I'll stop horrifying you now. Thanks a lot for coming on. I appreciate it. I plan to do a stream tomorrow, and we've got the Friday Night Chill stream, and Kuxo has just released the
Project Idol.
Project Idol. I need to. I'm going to start looking up PC Engine games. That has given me a massive hankering for some PC Engine games, because that's basically the type of games I was looking for when I was looking at PC 98. Is that
so the PC Engine? I said it was an 8-bit thing in the in that video, but it's actually a 16-bit system, but with a weird sort of 8-bit processor. So it's weird. I don't know. It came out in between like the NES and Famicom and Super Famicom in Japan, and it was called the TurboGrafx 16 in America, but
false
PC
advertising
Engine everywhere else. And it was one of those consoles that just didn't do well outside of Japan, but in Japan it was pretty good. And I only ever really played it for Castlevania, Dracula X, Rondo of Blood. But this is the second game I've played on it, and it seems really good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Fuck. Right. Wait, let me just save this. Or not. To hell with this.
It might actually be fine as a live stream, maybe, actually. I don't know. I don't want to do it in Friday Night Chill stream.
The Idol, Project Idol.
Yeah. I like Friday Night Chill stream for one-off games as well, rather than just a long form.
Cool. I mean, it's up to you, man.
I still have High on Life downloaded for some stupid reason.
That I looked at that, right? I saw someone playing that. It looks shit. I don't like it.
I know. I think I'll delete it.
Wait, did the guy because it's the guys
Rick and Morty,
but the guy one of the main writers, is he not in trouble for being soliciting a minor or something? And I was just seeing on Twitter someone was posting screenshots,
something like that. Yeah,
I was like, Well, anyway, on that lovely news, on the quite possible cancellation of Rick and Morty.
I did say that I recommend Friday Night Chill stream is the one you prioritize. If you can only make it to one video this week, let it be that one. But also, please come check Higanbana nighttime Saturday. I'm looking forward to that one, actually. I need to do more Higanbana videos. Because the one after that one was not satisfactory to me.
Yes. Well, on that note, I'll leave you guys. Well, we'll leave you guys here. Thanks for attending. I am Ash Mannix.
I'm Kuxel.
And we will see you next time.